you're only with them for that hour a week. What they do outside, the work they do on themselves outside has far more power and far more...
These are the counsellors of the future. The students here are at one of their many lectures at the Institute of Integrative Counselling and Psychotherapy in Killinarden in Tallaght. They're training to be therapists, and as part of their study and after they're finished, many of them will volunteer in the Institute's on-site low-cost Village Counselling Service.
First year is all class-based. They don't see clients, so by the time they get into second year, they've had 2 full years between the certificate and the diploma first year to really learn their theory and their skills, and then they would start working with clients.
However, due to the dramatic rise in people seeking therapy, combined with funding cuts by the HSE, many of these adults and children might not get the opportunity to see these counsellors.
We've had reductions over the years since 2008. The HSE have attempted to make up the difference, and through their National Office for Suicide Prevention and through the Child and Family Agency, we have gone back to 2008 levels of funding.
Now, in 2008, when funding cuts first began, the Village Counselling Service here in Tallaght saw over 300 new clients. Fast forward 5 years, and in 2013, the demand had risen, with over 1,500 people seeking counselling, an increase of over 400%.
If the HSE was to provide our service, the service we provide here right now, it would cost in the region of 1.2 million. We can provide that service. At the moment, we're providing it on €150,000. So we survive on that now, and I just say, think what we could do with just a little bit more.
Sarah has experience on both sides, as she was a client of the VCS and is now training to be a counsellor.
Well, I did the cert here, and then I kind of ran into a bit of personal trouble. So I started seeing a counsellor here as well. It's helped me realise that it's never really as bad as you think it is. It's manageable, and you'll get through it if you work hard enough. I'm doing the diploma now, and it's really enjoyable. I'm looking forward to working in the field.
I suppose for people at home who are watching this and they might feel there's a stigma attached to going to therapy or going to counselling, what would you say to them?
That there may have been stigma attached to it, that only crazy people went to counselling, but that's not really it. And they might realise that more people than they thought go. And it's helpful, and it gives you life skills to help you deal with other problems in your future.
The counsellors here have never been so busy, seeing all different types of people and problems.
So the types of people that come here are young adults up to elderly adults. They come here, I suppose, for a lot of different reasons. It would be bullying, alcohol abuse, people, alcoholics, and even families of alcoholics, and how they might manage and deal with the practical issues, apart from the emotional issues, so anxiety, depression, bereavement, loss, so it's quite a wide spectrum.
Now, this is the Sarah Jane room where counselling for children takes place. I'm with Claire Breen, who is one of the counsellors here. Lovely to meet you.
You too, Aisling. Welcome to our service here.
Thanks for having me, Claire. Tell me a bit about what you do here in the centre.
Well, I see adults and children and adolescents. This room actually here is a Sarah Jane room where I would see children anywhere from the age of 6 up until 18. And they come with a range of issues, anything from abuse to trauma to having suffered a loss. Family breakup is quite common. I would see a lot of children with relation to that, and it's their parents and their teachers that like to send them here. And what I do initially is they would come in with their parent or guardian and the child, and we just get to know each other. And when the child is then comfortable and ready for their parent or guardian to leave, then we have lots of fun. So that's how I go about my practice with children. We do lots of play therapy, lots of play. So I'm normally not ever sitting on a chair on the ground or using the whiteboard, and you can see some lovely artwork behind me. And we use puppets and sand tray work, and it's lovely to watch a child who's come in very insecure or unsure and frightened, very frightened, to just watch them blossom. And one thing I hold on, when a child smiles, Aisling, as I'm sure you know, they don't lie. A child can't really lie. So when you see a child smile at the end of a session, that's the reward. It's lovely.
And the service for children has seen an increase also.
Yes, there's actually a waiting list here in the Village Counselling Service. And so as soon as I finish with one child, there is another child ready to be placed. Yeah, absolutely. There's been a twofold increase in just the last 12 months.
The team here sees the trend continuing, with more people contacting them every day. But for the moment, they just have to work with what they have and see if more funding comes in the future.